Hi there, Sean with Canadian Firearm Central, and today we're going to take a look at the TNW Aero survival rifle, which is a new pistol caliber carbine that's been on the Canadian market for about 6 months now. A quick overview of some of the features that we really liked about it were the 10-round Glock magazines, the ambidextrous port for ejection, so it will eject on both sides of the firearm, and the quick takedown barrel that disassembles by simply unscrewing the shroud or retainer. Some of the things we didn't like about it were the pistol grip that came with it, which we quickly replaced with a standard AR-15 pistol grip. And the quality of the optic that comes with it, manufactured by AIM Sports, is very low. Ours did not function correctly when we received it. However, this really isn't a deal breaker for us because in the United States it only retails for about $25 or $30. But enough of looking at me, and let's have a close-up look at this firearm. Alright, so here we have the TNW Aero survival rifle, all aluminum construction, pistol caliber carbine. This one is chambered in 9mm. I'm not aware of any 40 or 45 models available on the Canadian market yet. It's quite a nice light pistol caliber carbine, coming in about 5.5 pounds, 18 3/4 inch barrel to meet the Canadian requirements for non-restricted. I did mention previously that the AIM Sports optic that comes with it did not function correctly out of the box. The problem with it was it would not adjust elevation or windage for whatever reason. However, for us, this isn't a deal breaker. It's very inexpensive, maybe $30 US. And we would much rather have a more quality optic, maybe a 3-9 Burris E1, or possibly another reflex sight or holographic sight for it. Field stripping for cleaning is very simple. All you have to do is first check, make sure it's clear, push the takedown pins out and remove them. They do have spring clips on them to prevent them from falling out. Remove the lower from the firearm. Then unthread the quick takedown barrel and use the barrel to align the reciprocating charging handle with the hole on the receiver to pull it out. Then you can simply remove the barrel and pull your bolt carrier out. A couple of things to note about this is it does come with a commercial buffer tube. So if you're planning on changing the stock, you're going to want to stick with a commercial buffer tube, because inside the buffer tube, in the very back, is actually a rubber spacer and like a secondary buffer disc. So you're going to want to probably stick with that. Other than that, let's take a look at the magazines that are included with it. It does come with a double stack Glock 19 magazine. And there's reportedly been some problems with the magazines. It's supposed to function with Glock 17 mags. Of course, Glock 17 mags come in a 10-round limit only. And some people have had some problems that the bolt carrier won't close on the 10-round magazine. And that's mainly because the magazine that comes with it is a double stack magazine, so the profile of the follower is slightly different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to very easily modify the follower so that it will function with your TNW Aero survival rifle. So let me put this back together. I'll show you a close-up difference of the followers in the magazines and a quick simple fix that takes literally seconds in order to make it function correctly. Alright, so one of the problems that's been reported with the TNW Aero survival rifle, and it's really a minor one that can be overcome quite easily, is the firearm comes with a double stack magazine. And the follower that's on the double stack magazine has a slightly larger radius in here to accommodate the double stack function of it, versus the regular Glock 17 10-round magazine, which has a more squared off follower. As you can see, the bolt carrier has actually been hitting this follower, which is actually preventing the bolt from closing, which can be quite an annoying problem. It seems to function okay when I put a couple of dummy rounds in there, some snap caps. But really, this is an annoying problem for an individual. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how I fixed this problem. And it was pretty simple to do. Now, in order to fix your single stack Glock magazines, in order to allow them to function in the TNW Aero survival rifle, basically all you have to do is take your original magazine. You can see this one has a witness mark from where the bolt carrier was actually striking it and hanging up. And all you have to do is just slightly radius it and break the edge in order to allow the bolt carrier to push the follower out of the way. In order to do this, what I did is I just took a Dremel tool. I know it sounds a little bit like Bubba going to work here, but it's the quickest, easiest solution, and it does a pretty decent job. Is take a Dremel tool and just ever so slightly break that edge and put a radius inside the magazine so that it ends up looking like this one here. And what you'll end up with is a magazine that has no problem functioning in the TNW Aero survival rifle. These are just regular snap cap dummy rounds. These are not loaded rounds. And you'll find that it will function perfectly fine. And we're empty. 3 rounds were in there. The bolt closes no problem. Pretty simple, easy fix. Now, for those like myself who actually own a Glock 17 and want to be able to use their mags in between both firearms, you can see here's my Glock 17. And you may be a bit concerned that it's not going to function correctly once you modify the magazines. So here you can see that it functions perfectly fine and holds open after the last round's fired. So that's basically the quick, simple, easy fix for the magazine problem with the TNW Aero survival rifle. Overall, it's a very affordable firearm. We believe we picked ours up $870 from North Pro Sports in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's very lightweight, 5 pounds. You know, it's not a bad trigger. It's not a super accurate firearm. Best groups I think we got were around 1.5 to 2 inches. And that's trying a couple of different bullet weights, projectile weights, and different manufacturers. But it's not a bad firearm for the price. The only way I think you could get better from here is if you went up to a Beretta CX4 Storm, which is going to run you somewhere around $1,200-$1,300 before taxes and shipping for the non-restricted model. But yeah, if you would like to check out any more information, there is a full written review at CanadianFirearmsCentral.ca, and it'll give you more of a breakdown of how this firearm performed on the range, and some pictures on how to take it down. Thank you very much for viewing our video.